Hello guys, it's Much Empire FPV here. Welcome back to my channel. So tonight it's build night. Recently I purchased a micro drone from Underground FPV. They sell this bundle with an RC radio controller and they're pretty awesome. Make sure you check their website out. It's undergroundfpv.com. They sell lots of good stuff. So tonight I'm going to upgrade this frame to a carbon frame. This carbon frame is sold separately. Make sure you check them out. So we'll see how it goes. If I come into any uncertainties with screws, I'll make sure I'll show you guys my workaround. So guys, here's an update. So I've managed to pull off all the screws from the motors. Some is a bit tight, so make sure you don't break them. And if you do, you might have troubles removing them. Now I need to remove this frame off the original one. And we'll see once we've put in the new frame and put the screws back onto the four motors. See how it goes. So guys, there's one thing you need to note, which I've come across. So basically, you need to cut off all the frames on the side, which I did just here. So remove all the prop guards. Once you've done it, make sure you remove this upper part and cut this off, just this part with the two screws. So cut it right over here because we'll be needing that later on the frame, on the carbon one. I'll show you guys later how I'll do it. At the end result, you'll have only just the white frame left behind, four motors, and this is the upper part. So this is how I do it. I turn this around and look for a proper place to cut it off. Get some way there. Cut this over like this. Oops, flown away. So this is what you need at the end. So make it a little bit neat. Yep. So it leaves you something like this. Right? Let's see if I make this right. So once you get this little thingy here, you have to screw it up on the two holes of the frame. So I think it's this way. And get those long screw back, which is the two from the body, and then just frame it up, screw it up over here. So screw it up over here, guys. After a long fiddling hour, because of just these two screws, you have to get it right. So make sure you put the cap on first on the other side. Once you put the cap on, turn it back upside down, put that little thingy right there, which I showed you how to cut earlier, and make sure you put the two screws right back in center. If not, you'll be having troubles putting it back. So once you've put those two screws back, make sure you put the opposite one and the two side ones. Once you've tightened them up, you can put the motors back now. Use those original screws. Once the motors are back, turn it upside down. So the end result, guys, is once you've put that little white thingy over there, place all the screws back, the long screws for the frame. Make sure before you put this cap back, you put the carbon frame prop guard on top like this. And then you put the cap back and then screw it up all back together. Got it? So guys, good morning. I'm getting back to you about what I was doing last night with the carbon replacement. It seems like at the end I had come across some issues with the screws. So when I was putting back all the screws on the frame, I happened to notice the screws that came along with the frame is too short. So let me show you. So this is where I left it last night, if you can remember, when I was putting this back together. Yes, that's right, you put the prop guard and the top cover back, but when you start screwing them back together, because of this prop guard frame, it is too short. It needs a longer screw. What happens is if you tighten it up, it loses back out and just fall off. We may have to get longer screws for just the frame. And in fact, when I was putting the motors back with the original screws, it kind of did the same thing. So I'm not sure, I need to check it again tonight. Yeah, because it's carbon, I think it's a bit thick. So we'll see. One good news. So I contacted Underground FPV, and which happens to be a friend of mine who lives somewhere nearby. He was so kind to actually invite me to come over to his place to check out screws and parts and stuff. Let's see what we come up with. But yeah, once I get there, I'll be sure to take you guys with me. And so until then, keep in touch. I'll see you guys later. Thank you.